And welcome back. Today I got something pretty new for you guys to check out. Wanted to get you guys set up. We're going to do a DIY. As you guys know, we like to pull out the door when we're going to install a smart door handle or door lock. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this one. This one is it's called VOLIBel. It is a fingerprint door lock, upgraded keypad door lock with handle, keyless entry door lock with app, smart locks for front door, electronic lock door, and easy setup installation. For me, I love to make my home smart, and stuff like this is exactly what we all need. Now, if you guys are interested in this in particular, shoot me an email, rohasentertainment@gmail.com. I always get you guys set up with the latest and greatest. I'm going to leave a link so that way you guys can also purchase this directly. Okay, yeah, can't even talk right now. So, okay, here we go. It's going to move this over here. There is my door that we're going to use. And let's go ahead and move it over here on this side just to clean it up a little bit better. So, okay, a couple things that you do get when you do open up the box. You do get a user manual here. So very, very simple. It gives you installation guide and everything. In the box, you're going to find everything that you're going to want for the door lock. So here is the main lock. So let's go ahead and pull everything out, see what we get, and let's set this up and then check how the app works. Okay, so here we go. You do get your door lock right there. And the reason why they do stick out is because we do have some handles that we need to put over them, just like this. So that's why they look a little funny like that. Here is the other side. One's obviously going to be the inside. The other one's going to be at the outside. So keep in mind the outside one's going to be this one, the one with the keypad. And then the inside is going to be the one without the keypad. So hopefully you guys know which one's which. Outside keypad, inside no keypad. Make sure I say that right. And on here it even says outside or inside. So very, very simple. Now you also do get some keys, and then you have a smart pad here. So if you don't want the keys, if you just want to like tap and open, you're gonna get that. You do get some basic screws here, and they are numbered with what it is. It tells you like inside screw, back lock screw, backup screw, whatever it is screw. It'll tell you there. Then you have the actual part that holds the door in, and it even comes a plate, so that way if you need it for the door, then you should be all set up. So okay, let's go ahead and start looking at this thing piece by piece and setting it up. Most of the time these doors are extremely easy to do. Typically when you set these up, you want to pass stuff like this through, so make sure you have this set up properly. When you put stuff in, make sure when you put it in, you have it sticking out just right, so that way when you put the other side in, it goes in pretty easily, just like this. So very, very simple on how to do that. Now the one thing is, when you are feeding the power over, when one's receiving the power, the inside I'm guessing is going to be, it's usually the battery side, and it does look like there is a screw on there. So, and it does look like there is a screw here on top, a Phillips. So what you want to do is you want to grab it, you grab your Phillips screwdriver, unscrew it, and then you should be able to take the plate out. So the inside does have, or you will need 4 AA batteries, which this does not carry. Yeah, I don't think I saw any batteries in the box either, so make sure you got 4 AA's. In the meantime, let's make sure this thing is screwed on so that way we don't lose it. We could take this off later and then put the batteries on. Now to get the actual thing plugged in here, it's very, very simple. Just take this plate off, and then when you do feed it, you should be able to plug this in within that piece right here. So very, very easy. Just slide it in just like this. You do need to connect it with this piece right there. So it is hanging out right there. So just very, very simple. Just connect one to the next. It only fits one way, and that should be it. So okay, now when you do open up the packet, you're gonna get something like this, just in case you need to screw on some holes. So you just put it on, you'll have a tool, you fold this over, and then you should be able to screw your hole here. Pretty easy. It requires a special tool, so don't get fancy on it. If you don't have that special tool, just hire somebody to do it for you. Or if you're gonna buy it, then when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, they'll know exactly what you need. Now, when you are putting this in, you want to be sure that you're lining this up properly. So you have to know where your door is going, which way it's swinging. So that's how this is gonna go. Now, this piece in the middle has to be directly in the center of the hole. So when you're putting it in, look at the center and then make sure it's lined up right in the middle. Now for me, it does look like it's a little bit off. So the way to adjust it, you want to grab that black piece and then just push it over, and you should be able to adjust it a little bit as the hole is needed. So right, that looks like it's centered. Okay, now the next thing is, I don't need this, but I'm just going to show it to you guys. This is going to be for your door, or for the wall. So here's your door, here's the wall, this is where it's going to connect. So you do have the screws for that, and that's how it's going to go. So that way when you do close it, it's going to latch. So that's going to be on this wall for the door. You put it right on this way. So keep that in mind when you do have this one. Now in that little number 1 packet, it does have 4 screws. 2 of them will go for that piece right there, and the other 2 is going to go for the lock. Okay, so pro tip, just in case any of you guys are having issues, this will not go in this hole unless that little black thing here is either all the way to one side or all the way to the other side. It should click. I was having some trouble with putting it in, but if you put it in just right and once it clicks, it should be able to slide in just like this, and you should be good to go. Okay, so this should be set now. Now, the other part that we need to prep, oh, and then the cable also, make sure it goes over the latch, not through any of the holes. So this is the next piece that we have to set up here. So you want to grab this part right here, and then you want to put it in where this little square is at. That's where the cable's going to go, and then the hole, the circle, is where the other piece of the door is going to go. So here we go. Put it just like this. And that should be it. Now there is 2 holes here. Those 2 holes should line up to the other one, and you do have a couple screws here that you're going to use. Now depending on the thickness of your door, there is a couple options here. So some are going to be slightly longer than others, so just keep that in mind when you are putting in. I'm just going to grab the medium ones, that way I have those. Nothing is really labeled, they just used for this type of thickness. The instruction says depending on your door thickness, that's what it should be. So I'm just going to grab the medium sized ones, and hopefully those are good. Okay, now with the extra screws, I'm just going to put it right back in its baggie. I don't want to lose any of them, just in case I switch it, I have a thicker door, or whatever the case is. Those medium screws were perfect for this door, so we should be fine. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that screw right back off, and I am going to put the batteries in. This thing is saying to connect everything first before I put the batteries on. But I'm gonna prep this before I do that. And I have my 4 AAA or 4 AA batteries there. So that one's open and ready to go. It should be easy to connect. So here we go. Here's the cable. And again, it only goes one way. So you just gotta put it in the proper way. Once it snaps, you should be good, and then this should fold right in the door here. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and place this in just like that. These 2 say inside door screws, so I'm guessing it's gonna be these 2 top ones, or the top one and the bottom one, and this is gonna be 2 little tiny screws. So it should be very, very simple. Again, extremely easy. There's no like everything just fits in perfectly. Like this thing is actually made extremely well. And okay, there we go. This thing is all set up. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my 4 batteries. And this thing just beeped at me, so we're almost there. Okay, put this thing back. Make sure to put that little tiny screw on top. Don't lose it. So the actual handle should be pretty simple. There is a little tiny screw down here at the bottom, and the only way to tighten that up is going to be through a little Allen wrench. So this is the outside lever, so it's going to go right out here, and actually works really good. And then you could just screw it on from there. And then you also have the same option here for the inside, and we should be good. So okay, I believe there is an app here that we need to get. If you do turn this one, notice this guy's not moving. If you do turn this one, it does open up. So extremely simple. If I hit that button right there, it's already lighting up right there, so you can see if it's working, everything is set. And the next thing is you want to go to the Google Play Store or the App Store, and you want to search for TT Lock. So that's T for Tango, Lock. And it's going to look something like that. TT Lock. So let's go ahead and install this. These instructions are actually pretty good. The only thing that it doesn't, I wish it was a little bit more clear, was on some of these screws. I'm kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing with some of the screws, but that's okay. When you do open it up, because of like security reasons and stuff like that, my phone won't let me display it, so I'm just going to show you guys here a couple of the steps. Just follow the instructions here. It says, you know, statement of user privacy and policy. Agree is just saying, like, are you allowing this thing to access your phone? Obviously, if you're going to connect the app. Then it's going to say create an account. So right here, there is a login. And on the top up here, it says register. So you want to click on register, and then you want to put your email, and then create a password. You can also, instead of doing an email, if you're like, I don't want to do an email, you could actually put a phone number instead, and then create a password. So I'm going to go ahead and do email. Now, real quick, on that password, when you do create it, it says 8 to 20 characters, including a minimum of 2 types of numbers, letters, and symbols. So you need at least 2 of each. But it's a minimum of 8, so 2 of them are going to be 3 out of the 3. So keep that in mind. If you put one password in with just numbers and letters, it's not going to work. If you try to get code and move the slider, it says unknown position. That means it's not registering it properly, so make sure you put a good password in. Okay, so it did take me a minute for it to load up the code. I actually had to put my phone number instead of the email. It kept saying unknown position. It was just very squirrely, and then I switched it over to phone number, and it took it real quick. Now, keep in mind, 60 seconds is the timer before it fails and it no longer works. And then you have to get a new code, a new verification. So I got it in, I hit the plus sign, and it says hit this button. There you go, hit the 5, I guess. There you go. So it says please add a Bluetooth administrator. This thing is saying nearby lock, so it's searching for it. I got the Bluetooth turned on, and there we go. It is now populating right there. If for whatever reason it's not working, you could always hit the back button and then hit next again, and then it should pop up. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, and it said operation failed. So let's go ahead and try that again. Let me push the keypad again. So there we go. It says added successfully. It says pair successful. Please assign name. I'm just going to call it front door, and I'm going to hit OK. So there we go. Okay, so it says here you could do your e-keys, you could do your passcodes, your cards, your fingerprints, your remote, your reminder, authorized admins, records, and settings. If I hit that little thing up here, unlocked, and it says front doors unlocked. So now it says locked. It's automatically locked. Now to turn some of those settings off, all you have to do is just come down here to settings, and then here it'll give you like a little walkthrough. So just by going on it, it says you got some basic stuff here. The basics is just going to be like the door lock number, the serial number, MAC number, battery percentage on your batteries here. So pretty easy stuff. You also have your wireless keypad, door sensor, remote unlock, auto lock after 5 seconds, or you could actually switch that off to, you can completely turn it off, or do 10, 15, 30, or 60. It even has a custom option to do however many seconds you want. You do have a passage mode, 2-factor authentication, lock sound, tamper alert, privacy alert, and then a reset button. Pretty good on all the status here. You could even set this up within your Alexa or your Google Home. So there is all your options right there. I'll let you guys see that real quick. So pretty nice. It gives you everything here that you want. You could set up some passcodes. So if you want to generate a PIN number for passcodes, right now I don't have one, but you can. You just set a passcode, generate passcode, and there you go. That way, if you have like a guest coming in, you could just set it up like a 1-time or 2-time, whatever it is, or set it up permanently and then just delete it later. So it's pretty cool. There is all your options right there. That way you guys can see them. On the top right hand corner, right up here, you're gonna get some other options there. It says add lock, camera, gateway, message, customer service. So there's tons of stuff here that you can do. When it comes to your camera, this one, we don't have a camera, but we could set up a camera, or we could set up a door lock. So this one's just the door lock. As far as your fingerprints go, it has the fingerprint option right there. So if we do select that one, it does say add a fingerprint, and this is just going to be simple. You just put your fingerprints on it, and then you're going to register it, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let me go ahead and do this one more time. I'll go ahead and click on this thing and see how long it takes. Unlock, it clicks 5 seconds before it closes. Locked. Now it's locked. So then I can't open it up except the inside door lock. So it's pretty nice. Very, very simple to use. Very, very simple to set up. I gotta tell you guys, just me here playing with it, besides that little hiccup when I was first putting in the rod through the latch, it was extremely easy to put together. Everything fits perfectly. Nothing feels like they skip corners or nothing like that. It feels very, very premium. So again, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. That way you guys get set up. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like smart door locks? So this is a very, very good one to have. I always put smart door locks on everything. It's really good to have this, so that way you have a peace of mind, and then you can always check if you're locked or unlocked within an app. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. With all that being said, you guys take care of each other. See you guys in the next one.